Hey planner friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Alicia and today's video is going to be my fountain pen collection. Alright, so for today's video I thought it would be really fun to share with you guys my fountain pen collection and give you some backstory into it, I suppose. I love watching these videos and I'm a massive fountain pen fan, so I thought that this would be a fun video to do, and also because everybody knows that Tomoe river paper and fountain pens go hand in hand. So, where to begin? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I've got currently inked, swatch it out for you, and talk you through the pens. Before I get into that, I guess I'll preface this by saying that I have been collecting fountain pens for, I would say, coming on to 5 years now. I started collecting in 2019, so my collection's changed a lot since then. It's grown, it's gotten smaller. I've sold a lot of the pens that I started with, so it's not quite been a stagnant collection, and it's not been the kind of collection that just increases. So changes both ways, and I think that's for the best. I will also say that I'm really happy with my current collection and I really can't see it changing anytime soon. I think the only time I would add to this collection is if I went back to Japan. I would definitely make a move to purchase another pen, or if I saw something pop up secondhand on the buy-sell trade that I really loved. But other than that, I'm very happy with my collection as it is, and I just don't see a reason to expand. I think that fountain pens, planning, all those like related hobbies, part of it is overconsumption to an extent. Now, I'm not like bagging on anyone that has a big collection. I'm just saying that for me personally, I feel like it's so easy to stop thinking about what I actually like, what I actually want, and what I'm actually going to use, and to feel overwhelmed by seeing other people have really pretty things, and oh, I really love that pen, that's so pretty, oh, I love this ink that this person has, that's so pretty, and then kind of get sucked into it and just keep buying without using. So for me personally, I'm happy with where my collection is. All of my pens do get use, and I think that's my main intention. I don't want to have pens that I'm not using because, quite frankly, I'm too lazy to clean out my pens and re-ink them all the time. That's what I've learned about myself. I love watching other people's currently inked videos, and I love, 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 love ink exploration videos, but I just don't have the energy to ink my pens in different colors that often. Once it runs out, I'll re-ink it, but unless it's out, it's staying the same. So anyway, that's kind of like my disclaimer, if you will. Okay, so I'm just gonna title this okay. Not the prettiest hand lettering I've done, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna bring you guys in just a little bit so that we can see, and we're gonna open the case. So, I'm gonna keep this all as a surprise, and we'll start with my first one, which isn't really a pen. It is just a dip pen. And, oh! Butterfingers today, and this is the Pilot uro-itushi, and this is in a fine nib. I really love this one. I think it's really great for shimmer inks or switching up colors because, again, like I said, I don't love switching out the inks in my pens, so this is a great addition. I bought this when I went to Japan and I have absolutely no regrets. I love it. I'm not going to do a swatch with it just because I don't have any inks nearby and I'm a bit too lazy to go grab one, but I do love this. Okay, and then we'll go into the first pen that I purchased, the first more expensive fountain pen that I purchased. I had a few Lamy Safaris and a few TWSBI Ecos, but this was my first gold nib pen. And this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a medium fine nib in the colour Grateful Crane. I love how pretty it is. I love the blue, there's some shimmer to it, and I love the way it writes. I think the medium fine is probably one of my favorite Sailor nib sizes. I feel like it just writes really smoothly, and it's just gorgeous. I love the little feedback that you get from it. Not everybody likes the Sailor feedback, but this to me is one of my favorite pens. Slim with a medium fine nib, and the ink is Sailor Neko Yanagi, which is a bit harder to see on the cream paper, but it's a stunning ink colour. So that's my first one. The next pen that I will show you is my only steel nib pen that I still own. This is a custom Sailor steel nib pen. I made this in Japan at the Ginza Ancora store. They've got lots of different colours you can choose from, and my boyfriend actually helped me pick the bits. I was going to make mine all one colour, and he told me to not be boring and to make something a bit more unique, otherwise I would probably regret it. And he's right, I'm glad that I went with this. I love the colour combination. So I've got like a mauve coloured section feed bit, then I've got a lighter mauve, I've got clear finials, and a transparent purple lid. The only thing about this that I don't love is that the colour of the nib and the trims is both gold, but this is a much lighter gold, so much so that on camera it's almost coming up at silver, whereas this is a very yellow gold. But regardless of that, if you ever go to Japan and you love fountain pens and you're in Tokyo and can swing a trip to the Ancora store, I highly recommend it. This was a really wonderful experience. I had such a good time, and I would 100% go back and make another one. I'd be curious to see if they added more colours, because I would probably make another one and I wouldn't want it to be too similar. They didn't have like the largest colour selection, and most of the colours were a bit more dark and muted, which isn't really my style. So that's something to bear in mind as well. But if you are interested and you want to see the kinds of colours that they have, I highly recommend you check out their Instagram, because it'll show you the options there. I love this one, it writes so beautifully, and it's just such a special pen that I will never get rid of it. I think along the same vein of pens that I got when I was in Japan, I also got a Pilot Decimo. I bought this from the Itoya store, also in Ginza, and I had such a wonderful shopping experience there. The sales staff was so lovely. They let me try different nib sizes, and this was the one that I landed on. I was torn between an extra fine and a fine, and I did end up getting the fine, and I'm really glad I did, because in my opinion the extra fine was too fine. It almost felt like a needle point. But yeah, I chose this in the champagne pink, I believe it is, and this is my everyday journaling pen. This is what I use to journal in my Hobonichi cousin with. I always have this one inked with black. This quite literally never changes. Also, sorry for my terrible handwriting. I find it really difficult to write on camera for some reason. I think it's because of the angle that I'm at, and normally my head's bent quite low. And this is in the fine, and it's inked with Sailor Black. I always have this inked with Sailor Black. I love this pen so much. My biggest gripe with it, as I'm sure the gripe that most people have with it, is the ink capacity of the converter. It's terrible. It's so bad, and it's so hard to get a full fill. I always fill it with a needle, a syringe, so that's something to bear in mind. But this is my favorite pen, I think, of all time. I would so happily have a collection of decimos, like the limited edition ones, if I could, but it's not in the budget. And I'm quite content with just the one. Otherwise, I don't even know what color ink I would put in it. But I do love this pen. It is one of my, I was gonna say one of my favorites. I only have technically 5 pens, but this one's definitely up there. It's very special to me. Okay, the next pen I want to show you is, or was, my Grail pen. If you're a massive Sailor fan, you'll recognize this one as the Sailor Hachimonjiya collaboration, and this is in the color Kubozakura Bloom. It's this stunning jelly pink. It's translucent and milky, and then it's got these gorgeous clear finials with the rose gold hardware, and then on the nib we have this really stunning flower engraving. I love this pen. I paid a pretty penny for it. But this one was my birthday present to myself for turning 24 this year. And I'm obsessed. I really, really love this pen. It's everything I hoped it would be and more. And I got it in a fine nib. I love the Sailor fine nib. I think it's probably my favorite nib size. I do love the medium fine. I think it writes really smoothly. Doesn't have as much of the Sailor pencil-like feedback as the fine does, but I would definitely say if I could pick one nib size from Sailor, it would definitely be the fine. I do really like the medium fine, but the fine is gorgeous. I love it. And this is in the ink Yozakura. And it's just stunning. I love this combo, and this ink always lives in this pen. I feel like it goes really nicely. And yeah, this is, I'm still so happy I have it, and I'm speechless just staring at it. She's gorgeous. I love her. No regrets there. Very expensive, but no regrets. And then I have one more pen left to show you, and I'm just gonna give a kind of a quick backstory. I had 4 TWSBI Ecos. I had the pastel pink, the pastel blue, that were, I believe, limited editions in Asia, and then they were brought international. I had both of those, and then I had the white and rose gold and the cream and rose gold. I sold all 4 of them and put in some of my own money to purchase this pen. This is the Platinum 3776, sorry, Platinum Century 3776 Shape of Heart. This is the 3rd one in the Shape of Heart range, and it is called Chai Latte. And it's got, I believe, the Swarovski crystals, or at least some kind of crystal in there, and it's got the little heart cut out. I don't know if you can see it, but the platinum nibs have a little heart cut out, and they put the heart inside the finial there. on the cap. So this pen is gorgeous. I really love it. I love that it's matte and just the colors of it. So stunning. And I got this one in a fine nib as well. This ink that I have in here is one of my newest inks, actually. It's quite a wet ink as well. So, Platinum 3776 Chai Latte. Pardon the handwriting once again. And that's my last fountain pen. Okay, so these are all my fountain pens. They fit nicely into this little pen case. And again, I can't really envision my collection changing too much, bar a few special circumstances. But yeah, I love all of my pens. I try and get use out of all of them. And yeah, I'm very content with my collection as is. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more content from me. And let me know down below either what your favorite fountain pen is, what your holy grail fountain pen is, or if you don't have any, let me know which one of my fountain pens is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, friends.